Hi everyone. So this is the final video response for the first section of this class, Unit 9. So the question is, using the content from Chapter 4, Millennials in the Sports Industry, cite an example of working with a colleague from another generation. And then give some examples of different styles. So first of all, I found this chapter very interesting. It was funny because I think Cindy, you had it so right, when you were talking about the millennials. I was laughing at myself, especially just like sense of entitlement with attitude when you have that chart on page 35. It was funny because I think I don't know if I necessarily feel entitled to certain things. I mean, I'm sure I do, probably without noticing it in certain settings, but I think millennials definitely carry a sense of entitlement, more of a sense of entitlement than those in, say, the baby boomers generation. Definitely more so, and probably more than Generation X. When I look at like my supervisors and I compare them to me, I probably feel more entitlement, or definitely in light of the work hours with this chart. I want more flexibility. And then with baby boomers, it's just like the complete opposite. They're committed heart and soul. That is just so true. I don't know necessarily why it is. It's just that's just overall how we would be categorized. And it's obviously, as you mentioned, it's not for every single person, and we don't want to put labels on people. It's just how we are in general. I also thought technology was interesting because obviously Generation X is proficient, and then millennials are advanced, but with an extreme difference to baby boomers and millennials. I think that's so true. Advanced, and then baby boomers being under average and poor. I see this a lot just in different settings. Like we have as a teacher and athletic director, we have in-service or just staff meetings, but we replace the whole day. We won't go to school one day a month, and we'll just use it for staff meetings. And it's so interesting because colleagues around my age, a lot of times we're on our phone, whether we're, I guess, texting, emailing, using everything on our phone, taking notes on our phone or iPad, whereas those in the baby boomer section, or maybe the Generation X, they're going to be doing a lot of things freehand, writing down notes or certain things like that, or just straight up, like, from an outside perspective, you'll see millennials all on their phone, and then the baby boomers or Generation X, like, they're all alert, making that eye contact. And so I think it's kind of I don't know if I'd say embarrassing. I think after reading this chapter, I have more of an understanding that it's not necessarily embarrassing or you got to be ashamed. It's just different generations, and I think things will continue to change, because even as I see high schoolers, or I'm working with, because I work in a school where you have K through 12, and I see junior hires or high schoolers, they're on their iPad or their phone more than I am. So I think things are just gonna continually adjust, and we have to adapt. I like how Cindy, how you explained it, how we have to just adjust to every setting, and as time continues, we just have to be adaptable. And I think that's a great thing. So yeah, I found it interesting, and it can be applied in all settings. Just being adaptable and adjusting to the culture. So yeah, hope you all enjoy this week, and that week off next week. So, all right, looking forward to what you guys have for me for this final week. Have a good week.